So, what to expect here on this lovely, wonderful channel? Well, so what to expect here on this lovely, wonderful channel? Well, you'll get some of these. Yep. Go clean your room. That's what your mom told me before she left. Hello, handsome. Ooh. A little bit of that. This is what I was trying to do with those spiders earlier, but no, you wouldn't let me.
Not the sneaking type, huh?
There we go. One dead bear. Ow. And you can't forget these jump scares. Oh, hi. Hi, Betty. I'll tilt my head the way you do. Ah! Jump scare! Oh, hi. Saber cat. Yeah, so, y'all remember that time with the, saber cat? Lydia, where are you? And why aren't you helping me with this saber cat? Let me... Yeah, I'll get that minor healing. Yeah, today I am. Typically when I stream, I am. Did you just... Okay. Can I get somebody to clip that so I can see what the hell happened to that saber cat? Oh, hey. Here's the first shot.
Oh, thank you. Alright. I've got two. I've got two exocrafts. I got two exocrafts. One I cannot jump into. The other one I can. That Sean! What's up with that?
And now the more famous one.
Sean!
Oh yeah, Xbox days with the bad audio. Thanks guys for sticking around for me for that long.
Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was
No,
built by
this
the
is the first time.
dwarves. I don't believe a word of it.
Wait till you find out your mom was built by the dwarves. Oh, scandal. Yeah, we'll just do the hippity hop.
Hope you'll stick around and see what other kind of chaotic good we can get up to.
the line where shadows bend, where rules are walls that I transcend. Justice calls, it burns inside, a spark of truth I cannot hide. Systems rise and systems fall, I hear the cry beneath it all. Freedom's breath, a rebel's creed, I break the chains for those in need. Big chaos, big fire, the change in the flood, the hand that shapes hope with a heart full of blood. When order denies what the powerless could, take care, be chaotic good. Lots of weapons in the tyrant's hand, but justice grows where we take a stand. A broken path is still a way when truth and love light up the day. No crown, no flag will hold me down. I'll wear no master's thorny crown. Each step I take, a rebel stride for every soul left cast aside. Be chaos, be fire, the change in the flood, the hand that shapes hope with a heart full of blood. When order denies what the powerless could, take care, be chaotic good. Laws are weapons in the tyrant's hand, but justice grows where we take a stand. A broken path is still a way when truth and love light up the day. No crown, no flag will hold me down. I wear no master's thorny crown. Each step I take, a rebel stride for every soul left cast aside. Be chaos, be fire, the change in the flood, the hand that shapes hope with a heart full of blood. When order denies what the powerless could, take care, be chaotic good. In whispers, they call me the renegade, but I'll be the storm where peace is made. Through every tear, through every fight, I'll carve a path to the morning light. So call me wild, call me free, a force of love untamed, untied. For every soul who dares to dream, I'll be the spark, the righteous queen. The righteous God.
Always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
Hey, there we go. Again, okay. Welcome in, everybody. It's not a stream if everything goes perfect. So good. I'm glad that worked. We've been having an issue with it doubling up. So but again, how's it going, Relic? What happened was for some reason OBS decided, oh hey, I don't recognize this mic you've been using since you've started streaming on PC. So I'm just not gonna acknowledge that it's even connected. I can understand that. So, but happy to see you in chat. So, and again, thanks for that follow. I'm pretty sure I said thanks in Mickey's chat too, but you get the official one. So, yep, not a problem. So, but yeah, as I was explaining, I was going to be on yesterday with Polarity. We were going to do unboxing the Cryptic Killer together, but she was having some pretty bad migraines, so we decided to just call it off, and I was being the supportive partner. So, it's a point-and-click puzzle game that has really good voice acting. So, I knew your head hurt too. I wasn't sure if it was just that or if it was everything else too, Polarity. So, I figured, headache was good enough, and if you wanted to share more, you could. So, but yeah, it's a point and click puzzle game, where set in the Old West. It's a sort of a sequel to what was that? Lamplight City, Polarity. Because I think it's by the same people. So, all right. Yeah, I figure I'll. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where the L's fit together and stuff. So, but I knew there was two L's and a C in the entire thing. So, but yeah, main reason I'm yapping for another minute is because I've been playing this without my background music, which I've got a DMCA free list since I'm also on YouTube at the moment, where it's stuff that myself and Dread Captain James have made. That's basically what I got. I'm gonna say I've got a lot of No Man's Sky pop punk songs on there, and a bunch of different other stuff too. So this is actually one of Dread's. So, but we'll go ahead and launch the game and get transitioned over. And I will go ahead and pause the music so that way everybody can get everything. One thing I did check to make sure is that everything, as far as the game was going to go through. So next time I think I'll try to remember. Yeah, those are usually not fun, even if you are getting something. All right, so we'll continue. All right, let's look here. There was she did say something about crate full of fertilizer. Did we get that? If not, I might have to switch it back to desktop, because that's what I had to do last time I played this. So we can mute that. Nope. Okay. All right. So we're probably gonna get blurps doubled up again, but that's just kind of how we'll have to do it today. So unless I can find. All right. Game sound. Where did that go? Right there. All right. That one says No Man's Sky. Let's see if I do that real quick. We'll test this out real quick. Drop that down. There we go. Alright. I have all my sound through desktop. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, it's not picking it up. Okay. So, desktop audio. Alright. So yeah, our alerts are going to double up, but we'll just deal with it. So.
If the smell's anything to go by, that crate's full of fertilizer.
Let's look at the scarecrow.
Not very intimidating. No wonder the crops are bare. Kitchen to the left, rostrum to the right.
Rostrum. So I find
Certainly colorful.
they've kind of found a cult.
They have an automated
Here.
irrigation system. Pretty ingenious.
Wait, hold on. I gotta.
Kitchen to the left, rostrum to the right.
Chat. There's a bathroom on the right. If you know CCR songs, I think they knowingly made that joke.
Where the animals are kept.
All right, so let's see what's this way. What? Yeah. I agree there.
Seeing things. Danny and Nadine saw that strange haze too. There's
Okay.
nothing wrong with my eyes. There must be something wrong with the sky.
Huh. Okay, so that takes us out. Let's go this way. Alright, let's listen in.
My friends, today we give thanks for our manifold blessings. On this day of celebration,
Okay.
of transcendence.
Yeah,
And why do
that's
we
true
celebrate
polarity.
today on the 8-month anniversary? Because one is nothing special. One is an isolating, selfish, lowly number. But 8 is perfection. 8 is infinity. 8 is the
Okay.
flap of the butterfly's wings. On this day in March of this year, exactly 8 months ago, the luminous ones called Evocator Bennett up to join them
This
in the luminiferous ether.
this is true polarity.
They showed us the path of light, where soon we all shall follow. Now our soul sibling Bennett dwells among them in the etheric realm beyond this earth, in a transcendent union of cosmic harmony and peace.
Okay.
The butterflies sure seem to like these flowers.
Alright. Let's look at the wall.
Something about that makes my skin crawl.
You can't say as I blame you.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Ah, Harley. Miss Larkin here was just telling me about this fascinating place.
Hello and welcome. It's so nice to have visitors.
Yeah. They like some of the other voice actors, let me pull it up real quick. Yeah. All right. Yeah, some of the voice actors are from Red Dead 2, The Walking Dead game, and then Firewatch and Call of the Sea. So definitely a lot of good voice acting in this one. Let's see here. What do you do?
What is it you do around here?
Plenty. I help in the fields and in the kitchen, but my particular gift is keeping Chrysalis beautiful and its people inspired. All the
Yep.
murals and paintings you see around the commune are my work.
And a fine job you've done.
Why, thank you.
We'll say it's lovely.
You've really managed to liven up this desert with some color.
Yes, that was my intent. I'm glad it comes across.
Let's see here.
How did you end up here in Chrysalis?
Ethericity always fascinated me. I joined up with the Luminarians when they were passing through Rampton on their way west. We founded Chrysalis here, close to the Evocator's laboratory, and where the veil is parted.
The Veil?
The boundary between our world and the ether.
Hmm.
Realm of the cosmos. Home of the luminous ones.
Yeah.
The barrier is very thin.
Yep, nope, not a wor no worries.
Definitely something.
You're lucky. You have a great evening.
I've noticed you all sure are fond of butterflies.
What better creature to symbolize transcendence? Like butterflies, we too will undergo a metamorphosis, pass through the veil into the ether, and join the luminous ones. Not only that, their wings have 8 sections, and they flap in a figure 8 pattern.
Does that mean something?
Evocator Bennett's sacred number, of course.
Okay.
Sacred number? What does that mean?
The number 8 is very important. It appears constantly in the Evocator's writings, and Bennett himself was born on the 8th of August, 1788.
That's quite a coincidence.
Coincidence is mere illusion.
What's the meaning behind those shadow paintings?
We commemorate those who have transcended, and those who will.
Hence the butterflies?
Very astute. Yes, the butterfly represents the immortal soul, the essence of a person in their fullest flourishing. The butterfly is
Okay.
potential, contained within those who have not yet transcended. Once someone has passed into the ether, it is released and flies free.
Why, that's mighty poetical.
I can see that you have quite a bold, brilliant butterfly stirring within you.
Oh my.
You see that, do you?
If you permit me, it would be my honor to paint it. Only if you're willing, of course. Everyone's journey to transcendent readiness is unique.
Perhaps you could tell me more about it once Harley's done talking.
With pleasure.
Okay.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
I did. Once. Such a brilliant mind. We didn't speak long, but I felt as though we'd conversed for hours.
Okay.
Do you have an idea of where Dr. Clark might be currently?
Of course. He's with the luminous ones.
Pardon?
The beings on the other side of the veil. The ones who dwell in the ether.
You're saying Clark is dead?
Not dead. Transcended. Eternal. You still have much to learn.
Okay.
It's good you're with us now. Everything will become clear soon. Trust me.
What exactly was Dr. Clark's etheric research about?
Truth.
Lovely sentiment, but could you be a bit more specific?
He sought to connect us with the world above. To unite us with the luminous ones. He succeeded in not only opening the door, but stepping through and crossing the veil. He showed that the way is possible. Now we all must learn to follow.
All right. Thanks for the chat.
Be well.
Don't wander too far now.
Oh, I'm gonna wander as far as I can.
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
So, where did you learn to shoot?
I used to know some folks that were handy with pistols. They gave me a few pointers,
Nice!
and I just sort of picked it up.
Let's see here. I'm gonna say, do we got something? We got something we can celebrate, I think, with. Let me pop this up. And we can go with this one. As a celebration. And And that one. Oh, a little chonky. Okay.
So, what's our friend on stage been jabbering about?
Okay.
What hasn't he? This guy
What you
makes
got, Flaherty?
seem like a silent monk by comparison. Anyway, it's mostly been about Clark, his etheric research in New Britannia, how he built his lab out here after the Expo disaster. Excuse me, miracle, that sort of thing. He says Clark transcended. I'm not sure what that means.
I get the impression it means he's dead.
Oh. That's too bad.
Okay.
What's your impression of Chrysalis?
Well, it's peculiar. Everybody's got a job to do, a way to help.
Way to go, superstar!
Etheric beings? It sounds,
Crazy?
You said it, not me.
Right.
I wouldn't mind hanging around a while.
Okay.
I was wondering if you might help me out with something.
What?
There's a toolbox inside Clark's lab that's out of reach, and I've had no luck getting it down. Think you might put your pistols to the task? I asked Jake to do it, but he said you were the one for the job.
I could do that. Yeah. You want to go right now?
Sure, let's go now.
Yes, let's head over now.
Sure thing. Just lead the way.
Ah, Phil. There you are.
Had enough of those luminous lunatics too, did you?
Not entirely. Danny's come to help get that box down. That's it, up there.
Right. You might want to stand over on this side, Phil.
And thanks for the biddies too, Polarity. I appreciate it.
Nice shot.
Thanks, Harley. Happy to help. So, what's inside that box that's so important anyway?
Guess we all get to find out together.
Let's look at it real quick. Good.
There's more than one way to get a box open.
Okay.
Well, anything good inside?
Not really. Just a wrench and this odd dial thing.
I hope it was worth the trouble then.
That was good practice, at least. I'm heading back to Chrysalis. See you both later.
Okay.
There's more than one way to get a box open.
That dial thingy. Yeah, I'm not sure either. Off the top of my head.
One of the dials is missing. Just my luck.
Okay. Said there was a dial in that thing.
There's more than one way to get a box.
There we go. Welcome in, nickname. Yeah, it just says it's playing the walk-on.
Just a bunch of useless books.
Okay. Oop.
I can't begin to fathom what these contraptions are for.
Nothing of use to us.
Alright. Okay. Oh! It already gave me the dial. And a wrench. Thanks for getting your Java and getting second, nickname. Alright. Oh, no. Okay.
It won't turn any further.
There we go. Alright.
Phil, you might wanna... Move. Are you alright?
I think so. The cage seems to have absorbed.
There's the water. I'm hydrating.
Warn me before you try that again.
So, this console operates equipment by setting the dials in a 4-digit sequence. That means we need to figure out the right code to get the door open.
Okay. We'll look at it.
I can't really see through the porthole, but it looks dense in there.
Okay. I'll take a look over here real quick.
There's about 2 inches of dust. I can't make heads nor tails of this chicken scratch.
All right.
Empty. Not really surprising.
Okay. Nothing there. Nothing there. All right. Let's say everything should be good here.
Seems to be working now.
Okay. So I've got a wrench. What else do I have? Got that, the wrench, and then the... Alright.
A wrench. Nothing spectacular about it.
Okay. So yeah, it's catching the door. Alright. Let's
I will
see.
stay in here.
And I'm gonna say there's, I don't know.
Whatever turning on that generator did, I hope it's not permanent. All right then.
All right, head this way. Go back. Let's check the fort real quick.
Nobody in sight, but I'm sure there are guards somewhere. Hey, guard!
What is it?
Did Captain Stokes come back here? We lost sight of him after the attack.
He's here. Don't think he's up to receiving anyone, though.
I'm not surprised.
I found the flag Stokes was carrying out on patrol. Thought he might like it back.
It's very noble of you, miss. I'll make sure he gets it.
Carry on, soldier.
There. We no longer have the flag. Okay, so we'll check the town again. Or the little village, I should say. Oh, there's something over this way. We'll just chat with the people.
Nadine, could we
No.
have a word?
Of course.
You enjoying yourself here?
These are good people. I'm glad we met them.
You don't find them a bit odd?
I'll admit, I don't quite comprehend their philosophical ideas, but they've welcomed us with open arms. The least we can do is offer open minds.
This is true.
Conversation. Excuse me?
Hello. You must be one of Miss Redbird's companions.
That's right. Harley Legere.
My name is Evan. Evan Holbrook. Welcome to Chrysalis.
Evan was just showing me the cookhouse. You know they grow or raise everything they eat here themselves?
Well, mostly. Sometimes we need to resupply from town, but we aim to be fully self-reliant. Our dedication will be rewarded with bounty.
So, are you the biscuit roller for this community, or what?
Not quite. Everyone in Chrysalis does their part. It's my day on the rota to fix breakfast.
Do you have a doctor?
We have a few skilled in healing, yes. I do wish we had more knowledge of agriculture. Our crops haven't been thriving like we hoped.
What's your story, Evan? How did you join up with these folks?
Well, like many of the others here, I was living in New Britannia. My wife was there at the etheric demonstration at the expo. I thought I'd lost her forever. But emissary Paul found me and explained how she hadn't perished, merely transcended. At first, I didn't believe him. I wanted to throttle him, actually.
I can understand that reaction.
But I realized that in my grief, I had become blinded.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Don't be. One day I'll transcend too, and we'll be reunited in the ether.
You said your crops weren't doing well. Why not?
Getting the irrigation in this year saved some of the crop, but we're facing lean times. We simply must find a way to grow enough to feed everyone.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
Alas, no. I hadn't really heard of him before the expo. I was looking at the waxed anatomical models and the medical marvels. But my wife said they turned her stomach, so she went to see the etheric pavilion instead. I don't think she really knew who Bennett Clark was either. It was just something to pass the time. If only either of us knew what a significant thing was about to happen.
Yeah, we'll call it the demonstration.
Indeed, the miracle that drew aside the veil and took my wife and the other 14 blessed souls up into the etheric realm. I only regret that I wasn't there, so I could have gone along with her.
You say that now.
Exactly what was Dr. Clark researching?
Ethericity, of course.
Of course, but what about it? Energy sources? Industrial applications? What?
Miss Legere, I couldn't begin to tell you. Whatever
That's fair.
reasons he may have given the public, the bankers, the professors, and what have you, his true purpose was to open the way for humanity to pass into the etheric realm. And it wasn't easy. He spent 2 years in that laboratory before transcending. Soon the day will come when we all can follow him.
Do you know where Dr. Clark disappeared to?
Evocator Bennett didn't disappear. He transcended.
Again, you use this word. What do you mean by it?
He passed through the etheric gateway and joined with the luminous ones.
Oh boy.
Cosmos.
Oh. It was good talking to you. I'll leave you both to it.
Goodbye for now.
See you later, Harley.
Okay, let's look in the wheel. Or the basket.
This isn't much use with a wheel missing. Handle still looks good, at least.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, well, if it isn't my old friend.
The Defiler returns.
Yeah, don't get your britches in a twist.
You're a guest of Emissary Paul, so I'm obliged to welcome you. But if you continue casting your shadows of discord over all that is bright here, there will be consequences.
Oh no, consequences.
Now just where do you get off saying I'm casting shadows of discord or whatever?
I caught you trespassing outside the laboratory. Then your friend blasted the door off.
It was all in the name of research. I'm just as interested in all this as you.
You've a peculiar way of showing it.
You too have a peculiar way of showing it, so... And from a certain perspective, it's the Jedi who are wrong. Wait, whoa, Anakin, slow your roll.
Did you ever have a chance to meet Dr. Clark?
No, nor did I desire to.
No?
Ethericity is not a power to be trifled with. I've no interest in meeting someone who treats it as a plaything.
Do you know any details about Dr. Clark's research?
He was toying with fire, pure and simple. He may have been inspired and driven to his work by the luminous ones, but he was only their tool. He did not acknowledge their undeniable glory or show them the proper respect. He took a battering ram to the door of heaven. When they tired of the noise, they whisked him away inside the gates, while the rest of us still wait outside.
So what you're saying is, you don't actually know.
I've underestimated you. I think there could be someone more arrogant than Dr. Clark.
Where did Dr. Clark end up?
Not where he should have.
Oh. Okay, so where are you guarding it?
That they've got you standing guard.
This building houses our collection of artifacts salvaged from Dr. Clark's laboratory.
Oh, so you're the ones who looted the place.
We did not loot it. We saved important items from obscurity and decay.
Like your mom?
Think I might take a quick peek?
Absolutely not. Outsiders are forbidden.
What if I brought you a new artifact for your collection?
Then I would be very surprised. I retrieved everything of value from the laboratory.
Even from that locked room?
That room is inaccessible. Do not even consider attempting to breach it.
So what brought you to Chrysalis?
My personal business is none of yours.
Touchy.
He is indeed.
So how does one go about joining your little club?
You think if you joined us that I would just suddenly allow you to enter?
Sure, you said only outsiders were forbidden.
Nice try. Not on my watch.
I'll leave you to your guarding. Try not to die of boredom.
Okay, so we've got that. We'll look at the tractor.
Quite the contraption. Full of grain by the look of it. Is this breakfast?
It will be. I hope everyone likes it.
So, omelets with tomatoes, maybe? I don't know. Alright. So, we'll check out the windmill real quick.
Seems like they're pretty self-sufficient here.
Alright.
The butterflies sure seem to like these flowers.
Yeah. I don't doubt it.
He does go on, doesn't he?
Okay, then it's just...
They're really fond of this butterfly motif, aren't they?
I kind of like it.
Alright, I've already listened. What's back in here? Let's talk to...
Could we have a word in private, Jake?
Jake,
Sure.
yeah.
What's on your mind?
So, what have you picked up from these fine folks?
This ethericity stuff is much more complex than I thought. Seems our friend Dr. Clark may have been on to something after all.
Okay.
I got a theoretical question for you.
Shoot.
Say you needed to come up with a sequence of 4 numbers. What would you pick to make it easy to remember?
Hell, that's easy. 1817.
That didn't take you long.
It's the year I broke my first filly. If you get my meaning. Not so
Oh my.
easily.
Right. I think I found a promising lead. There's a shack on the other side of the commune full of things salvaged from Clark's lab. Only problem is it's being guarded by that first luminarian we met.
Oh, the feller with the tinfoil chapeau?
Very same. How can I get past him?
He's a peculiar one, but he seems to be the most reverent to these folk. Perhaps you could win him over with a peace offering. There might still be something in the lab that's been overlooked.
I'll just leave you to it then.
All right. But I think I've got a clue. So hold on. I gotta remember that speech, so I gotta listen to it again. because it gave a full date. So
Here in Chrysalis, at the Evocator's laboratory, his holy temple, the veil has been parted. And on the other side, the luminous ones are waiting to welcome us home. When he first arrived here, in that twice blessed year, for never forget that 8 is the most sacred number, Evocator Bennett perhaps did not yet know that he was building a temple. But that is what it was, my friends. A temple, a lighthouse, a shining beacon in the dark, a divine instrument that would pierce the cosmic veil, letting the ether's light shine through to guide us, calling the luminous ones, calling us here, calling us home.
I only thought the Mormons were
Really
bad.
fond of this aren't they?
I kind of like it.
We will never forget the momentous occasion when this holy work began. When Evocator Bennett came west after the Lamplight City miracle to break ground for a new laboratory. And he raised a light to the heavens and cried, "Let me in!" And 2 years later, his call was answered. And he was taken up into the etheric realm.
Okay.
And oh, friends, it is joyous. The ether is a realm of pure thought and light and love. There we are freed from these coarse material bonds. There we are not women and men, not young and old, not poor and rich, not white and black and brown. There we exist as pure souls, glittering beings of brilliant rainbow color. Our bodies are as the chrysalides of butterflies, curled up tight in these fleshly shells. Contained within each of us is our true etheric form. And believe me, friends, it is beautiful. You are all so beautiful. In the ether, we must finally emerge from our cocoons and fly free. Free among our soul siblings in the company of the luminous ones. 2 years ago, Evocator Bennett called them here. And 8 months ago, his call was answered.
Okay. We'll check that out. Missing a page. Okay. Session 8. Okay. Resourceful. Okay. Alright.
I've had about as much of that as I can handle.
Okay. It's not gonna take me back. That's alright, though. To like the very beginning, because I think it was... Because it was 1788 was the year he was born. So we'll try that. I'll just try setting it all to 8s first, and then we'll adjust. Name. Oh, nice! Good job, superstar. You gotta tell him I said that. Alright. Inspect. Alright. Alright.
Not Clark's birthday. Good to know he wasn't quite so conceited.
Okay. So we'll try the birth year.
Not Clark's birth year. Guess that would have been too obvious.
Okay. So exit. Okay, so 2 years, 8 months. Years ago in a twice blessed year. Okay. Close. Hold on.
February 12th, 1850. Dr. Clark, I hope this letter finds you well. Upon hearing news of the reactionary and ignorant ban, when they after it one
Okay.
P.S. How you managed to rig a TT.
Okay. Oh. 6947. Okay.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Hold on.
No good.
Okay.
I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Hold on.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Okay.
No good.
All right.
Those dials aren't set up correctly.
Exits. What? Don't see that was look at. Okay. Yeah, we'll chat with.
Hey, Phil?
With
Let's
Phil.
talk.
What about?
So how did you wind up here in Vespuccia?
That is a very long story, and I do not wish to relate it now. Perhaps
Fine.
another time?
Fair enough.
How did you become so proficient with explosives?
The science of it always fascinated me. Even as a child, I read a great deal about mining and demolitions. The lessons were invaluable. So, when my parents sent me to university, I studied civil engineering. Most people do not realize just how much care must be taken when dealing with dynamite.
Hang on. You have a university education?
Okay.
Of course. Does this surprise you?
No, I just didn't think a revolutionary would have a degree.
Well, I do. From the Escuela Superior de Ingenieros in Madrid.
Ah.
I have to ask, what went on at the
Excuse me.
Rosewater Post?
That so-called newspaper editor dared to write that the People's Revolution was over, that we had been crushed by the forces of the Spanish army. Defeated, we will not abandon our cause. I demanded a correction. What did I get instead? A defenestration.
Rough break.
Yes.
Okay.
Any ideas what the code for the door might be?
It could be anything. Are you intending to guess it?
Unless I find it written somewhere, I don't see any other way.
Santa Maria, that could take months. If what is behind that door is so important, then the code itself must be something meaningful to
Clark.
Maybe you can deduce it by learning more about him. I am certain those payasos at the commune will have plenty to share.
A bunch of Clark's things are collected at the commune, but one of the Luminarians is guarding the place.
Naturally. Are you...
There we go.
If you have an idea, I'm all ears.
It just so happens I do. I have had a look around, and this machinery is quite unstable. With a few more items, I could finish what we started with the door and send this whole place up in smoke. That would give you time to search, no?
It would, but it seems a touch extreme.
Yeah.
What would you need exactly?
Well, mainly fertilizer and flammable liquid for accelerant. I can construct a detonator out of scrap I found, but I will need something to serve as the plunger to set it off.
Well, I'll consider it.
Okay.
Right? Carry on.
Alright. So it looks like we're gathering some more items. Okay. There we go.
I will stay in here.
Fair enough. Alright. Heading out this way. We don't look at it again? No. Okay, good. Okay.
This had better work, Phil.
Check this way. Maybe something off the scarecrow? No. Alright. Yeah, we'll talk to Jake real quick. See if he's got anything I can...
How are you holding up, Jake?
Oh, just fine, just fine.
Okay. Talk to Danny.
Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
If you had to pick a 4-digit number sequence that was easy to remember, what would you pick?
Suppose it'd be something important? A date, maybe? Or a memorable year? Never really thought about it.
I'll leave you to the lecture.
Okay. What if... See, I needed something flammable as well. But I don't know. Oh, I got some paper on me. Well, you know, in the... as the character. So we should... And got that wrench. So maybe that's what the wrench is for. Alright.
Hey, Phil? Let's talk.
What about?
Okay, just make sure.
Remind me what it is you need for your distraction?
Some fertilizer. Some flammable...
A liquid.
Something I can use as my detonator's
Okay.
Got it. Right. Carry on.
Alright. So... select.
Here's some fertilizer for you.
Ah, excellent. Thank you.
And then...
Can you use this as an accelerant?
Definitely.
Okay.
Alcohol this potent will be very effective.
Actually, give me one sec. Polarity, kind of keep a listen out for this real quick. Make sure we can...
I can't see through. The window is too grimy.
It's going through... Okay. That doubled up, actually. Default. Alright. Okay. So we'll mute that. Okay. And then...
At least Clark did his testing on mannequins, not people.
As far as we know.
Ah, okay. I know what's happening. I know what's happening. I need to change this real quick. Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. We'll check this real quick. There we go. All right. Yeah, I was playing with a few things.
At least Clark did his testing on mannequins, not people.
As far as we know.
And then, did you hear that? Oh, did you hear that? Okay. Yeah, sounded normal good. All right, sweet. I think I got it working without the desktop audio. So we've got an ad break coming up, so I will be right back, chat. Let me make sure the tunes are unmuted. So yeah, we'll be right back. Hang tight. Alright, chat, I have returned. So, hopefully, nothing too terrible happened while I was gone. So let's actually go ahead and get on back to it. I'll go ahead and pause our music. Alright.
Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
Oops, I hit the wrong thing.
Right, carry on.
Because I gotta go up here. Select.
A fine tool.
Aha! So I can't use that. It's probably gotta be the arrowhead then.
I do not understand why a man would want to keep something that almost killed him.
Okay, so I need to find something else. Yay! I told Gan that you'd be back shortly too, so. Let's see here. What we got going on? Okay. Not need to worry about that. Alright. So I need to find something
I will stay in here.
to use so that way he can use it as a primer for his little explosive thingamadoodad. Okay. Sorry, I'm got an email saying we got a follower, but I'm not seeing anything about it. So let me check that real quick. So we'll go, yeah, okay, there. Alright. So if you're lurking or whatever, welcome on in. I hope you're enjoying the vibes. Stopping by parent. Okay. Sounds good, Polarity. Nothing there. Check.
I think I saw this model in the latest Bowls Clearage Frontier catalog. Fancy.
Okay, we're done talking with him. There's that. There's that. Alright. Something he can use as a primer. I'll talk to Jake, see if he's got anything else.
How are you holding up, Jake?
Oh, just fine.
Nothing. Nothing. Okay. What about you, lady?
Interrupt.
Okay.
They seem enthralled by Paul's ramblings. He's listening to the lecture, and I've got nothing to ask.
Okay. Anything this way? No. Alright. Settings. No. Okay. Resume. Alright. Nothing there. Maybe there's something at the 4? Let's see. We'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah. We'll chit-chat with this guy again real quick. See what we can get.
I've got more important concerns right now.
Okay.
Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course.
Any ideas as to how to get that fellow over there away from his post?
Maintain eye contact?
I'm afraid this situation's a bit more complicated than that. Still good advice, though. I'll leave you to your conversation.
Okay. And it was worth a shot. So it looks like we're going to head to the fort. See if they've got anything there that I can fool around with. Okay. Okay, sounds good, Polarity. Let's see if I can open it.
No handles. Must only open from the inside.
Okay.
That thing has seen some action.
Okay. We'll have to take off. So there might be something. Seeing if we got any. That goes. Yeah, it's going to take me to the fort. So we got to go here. Alright. So yeah, the wrench.
Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla.
Okay.
Wonder if Dr. Clark boarded these up himself.
Excuse me. We actually found out that he did not. So, yeah. Alright. So that's going to be... We'll go over here, look at it real quick.
Some kind of console. Seems to connect to a few things.
Inspect. Alright. Turn. I'm gonna try this real quick.
No good.
Nope. Okay.
I guess those dials aren't set up correctly. No good.
Okay.
I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Alright. Exit. So let's see here. Inspect that again.
There's more than one way to get a box open. A wrench. Nothing spectacular about it.
Okay.
That's one sharp point. Jake ought to thank his lucky stars it didn't go
Yeah,
any
I would
lower.
try giving it to him.
I do not understand why
Nope.
a man would want to
Okay.
keep something that almost killed him.
Alright. Give me a hot sec here while I double check a few things. That actually. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Boom. Yep. Alright. There's that. Okay. Distraction. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, okay. All right. I am not quite done. There, at the village. I must be on my way.
I will stay in here.
Oh, yeah, I kind of figured you would, Phil. I mean, you have basically been hanging out there. I wonder what you've been doing in there by yourself, all lonesome. Maybe, I don't know. Anywho. Let's see. So, go here. And... Oop, there we go.
I'll have this handle off in a jiff.
There we go. All right. Now we can go back. All right. There we go. We got it now, chat. We got things going. Doop, doop. There we go.
Will this work as a plunger?
Why, yes, I think so. Thank you. Perfecto. This is everything I need. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Meet me outside in a quarter of an hour and prepare for a show that will make Jake envious. All right, everything is prepared. Take one last look. When you are ready, just say the word.
I hate to do this. I wish there had been another way.
No turning back now.
This is true.
3, 2,
1.
Carajo! That was beautiful. Now, I suggest you get back to the commune and find whatever it is you were looking for. I will meet you and the others by the railroad tracks when you are done.
There's gotta be something in here that will tell me what happened to Dr. Clark's money.
Alright. So apparently we weren't supposed to know that code.
More scrawled nonsense. Why would they keep this?
Okay.
The things some people will keep for posterity, I'll never understand. It somewhat resembles a telegraph, but what is this box for?
Okay. Oh, hey, let's look at it real quick.
Looks like a smaller version of the power generator in the lab.
We'll mess with it.
That didn't do much. The clock's not running. Must have something to do with that machine.
Okay.
Some old bearded guy. Flag says Galileo Galilei.
Alright.
The New Britannia Gazette. The lead article is about the upcoming Lamplight City Expo. Interesting how the follow-up is nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
It's full of cloudy
Orange liquid. Give it a whiff.
Damn, that's got a kick to it.
Okay. Look at that.
What in the hell is this supposed to be? Didn't do anything. Probably for the best.
Search.
Lots of extra glassware. Nothing
Okay.
to read. Lots more books. Mostly about technical subjects. Nothing that would help me locate Clark's stash, though.
What about this one?
Even more books in here. Some novels, poetry books. Nice to know Clark had other interests, but none of this helps.
Yeah, that's true. We'll search this one. Probably some more glassware. Yep.
Nothing but empty vials and flasks. Bottles of different colors. Nothing helpful.
Okay. Let's try and operate it.
Doesn't seem to be working.
Okay, let's operate this.
Doesn't seem to be working.
Interesting.
Must be nice to actually be able to understand this stuff. Some notes documenting the effects of ethericity on animals. They're signed by a Juliet Montgomery. A bunch of scribbles documenting the effects of ethericity on plants.
Ooh, let's search by the painting.
Nothing's hidden behind it.
Okay.
Let's see. Books on science, engineering, astronomy, and what's this? Looks like a diary.
There we go. Alright. Anything else? Read.
Final entry is bookmarked with a letter. Definitely worth a read. But first...
Alright. March 13th, 1845. I am embarking on a new project, which means a new journal. Here I will record my notes and observations from a series of experiments on the generation and application of etheric energy. I believe it can be profitably harvested from the very air and harnessed for an immense number of beneficial uses. I see the streets of Lamplight City aglow, not with a smoky flicker of flame from burning costly oil, but with bright etheric lights for lamps that never need fueled. I see compact, efficient etheric engines replacing the bulky, limited diffusion generators that drive Her Majesty's airships. I see our nation's mills and manufactories humming, kept in motion, not with the sweat of the brow or the belching of fumes of coal fires, but with the clean, abundant power of ethericity. The applications are limitless. Tomorrow visit Cunningham's. Alright, 46. Future actually heating coils. Okay. Frank's instigation. Embarked on program. Okay. Introductions and encouragements lately extended by that guy. I have secured connections sufficient to gain my place. Pavilion. Only... Hold on. Okay. First, I regarded this pageantry distraction. It's no matter of funding. It's taking longer than anticipated to reach even this early milestone. So could try that. So or no, it's gotta be both of them gotta be low numbers. So it's not 11.6. Ooh, 2247. Okay. Oh, 6.6. Okay, could be 6.6 as well. 6.8, do sealed. Taking moments spent checking and rechecking prototypes. There's calculation. Please will neither return nor allow me to access the remains of the exhibition model. If only I could inspect it. Okay. No, that's too high. That's also too high. That's also too high. Well, these make good sense. Okay.
February 9th, 1850.
2950.
9 months ago.
Clark, I have a business proposal. Relinquish that dusty laboratory in the middle of nowhere. Come to El Presidio. You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me certain privileges. You will be furnished with the comforts owing to a man of your intellect and accomplishment.
Okay.
It's signed L.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room. One of the aforementioned perks.
Interesting. Jake will want to see this.
Okay. Alright. I think we are good then.
I heard a big boom, and then they all went running toward the lab.
That's where Phil went. Do you think...
Hey, there's Holly.
Do you have any idea what all this ruckus is about? Or where Phil's gone?
Both, and I'll gladly tell you, but we need to get out of here right now.
Right behind you, my dear.
I'm glad to see you all made it out of there in one piece.
Likewise.
Would you two care to explain what that was all about?
Yeah.
I needed a way to get inside that shrine to Clark, and Phil provided the distraction.
Blew up the lab?
You should have seen it. Some of my finest work.
I have to admit, that was resourceful of you. Although we probably shot whatever goodwill we had with the Luminarians.
That's true.
I should say. Was that really necessary?
If you ask me, we did the world a favor by raising that chamber of horrors.
I assume you didn't come up empty-handed.
I found Clark's journal. Have a look at this letter that was inside.
An invitation to the Jolly Good Club in El Presidio?
Yep. Check the date.
9 months ago. Ah.
That's right about the time he disappeared, isn't it?
It is indeed. I'd say it's obvious that the good doctor accepted the invitation.
And took his money with him?
Well, it wasn't in Chrysalis or his lab. And listen to this. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room. Don't get much clearer than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what's our next move?
We'll go that way.
Why we follow Clark's trail to El Presidio, of course. First and foremost, we'll need some means of transport.
You haven't got any? Don't you tour around?
Sure, but our show wagon ain't gonna fit all of us.
Plus, we'll need it to store all the show's props and equipment while we're gone. There's that lady in town with a wagon, though. Heard her talking at the saloon once. Said she hires it out to travelers.
Sounds promising. Who is she?
Her name's Lola Johnson. I think she stays in the old blacksmith shop.
Oh. Well, I hope she has a forgiving nature. She caught me breaking into her place.
What?
It's a long story.
Yeah.
We should head back to Rosewater, no?
Yeah, let's get a move on.
There we go.
Right. Harley, I'm putting you in charge of hiring us some transportation. Danny and I are going back to the theater to settle some business.
All right.
Get us once you've arranged a ride.
And just how am I meant to arrange it? Financially speaking?
Ah, well, now that may get a mite tricky. Our contract was to pay out at the end of the show's run, but seeing as we'll be breaking that contract, I'm sad to say we'll be forfeiting those proceeds. Anybody else got funds to contribute to the kitty?
Not unless this Johnson woman accepts pesos. And I've few enough of those at that.
I'm afraid I haven't got anything either.
Harley, my dear, I'm afraid we must then prevail upon you to furnish the petty cash needed to get our expedition aloft. Seeing as you're the only other one of our posse who's currently in the position of being gainfully employed. And it goes without saying, but you'll be fully reimbursed once we find what we're looking for, on top of your share.
With interest.
I certainly hope so.
Wonderful. Well then, we'll be seeing you later.
All right.
What about you two?
I think I'll pay Dr. Sedgwick a visit. It's been ages.
And I owe him proper thanks for his care.
See you in a bit, Harley.
All right. Time to go meet Lola again. Have a formal introduction. As opposed to that informal one we had at the start. We'll knock.
Here we go.
Lord have mercy. You robbed me, then have the nerve to come back here? In all my born days, I don't think I've met anybody quite so foolish.
I get it. You're upset. I can explain.
Not interested.
Wait, it was that conniving little snake, Jem. He said the watch was his, said you'd stolen it. He got one over on me. I apologize, truly.
Bully for you. If you really are sorry, get it back.
I had a feeling. Now we gotta find Jem. I mean, I still need to write that article too. You.
Maps for sale. Get your maps here.
You just keep turning up like a bad copper, don't you?
Nice to see you too.
I'm gonna get straight to the point.
Something that doesn't belong to you.
Could you be more specific?
Johnson's watch. I want it back.
No can do. You swiped that watch for me fair and square.
You're on thin ice, kid. Hand over the watch or I might do something I'll regret.
No, you won't. We're in the middle of the town thoroughfare. You lay a hand on me, and everybody and his dog will see it.
Okay.
I think you'll find it in your best interest to give me that watch back.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Because the sheriff won't be too happy to know there's a thief in town.
You know, you're absolutely right. Be a shame if he found out who really broke into One Eye's place and stole that watch. Should I go over there right now and tell him?
Okay.
That won't be necessary.
Thought as much.
Cut the crap, kid. Name your price and let's be done with it.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
I'm not playing games. Tell me how much you want for the watch.
Let's see. Taking into account the material and age. How about 10 crowns?
It's a good thing I've got 10 crowns.
Fine. Take the money.
Really? Just like that? Wow, that was the easiest dough I ever made. Well, except for those 2 crowns you gave me yesterday. Here you go.
Alright. Alright, let's see if I can write the story, or see if it allows me to write the story or whatever.
Good to see you again.
I don't know how long it's been. Yeah, we'll write the puff piece.
All right, let's get this thing knocked out. But first... Okay, time to bring home the bacon. The big question, how to open?
Yeah. It's got to be a puff piece.
He rode on stage astride a huge, steam-spewing mechanical horse. It could not be denied that Jake Ackerman was more than your typical copperpenny showman. Following that outstanding overture, Gentleman Jake's Wild West Spectacular proceeded in a similarly gobsmacking vein. Now, the middle section needs to recapture the reader's interest. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Gentleman Jake carries himself with a particular air of a man who strides confidently across the world, secure in the knowledge that he is well equipped to deal with whatever may come his way. His look is as if to warn you off from tangling with him, yet also slyly winks at his secret hope that you might try something, for perhaps a bit of sport would be just the thing to enliven a drearily predictable day. And now for an ending.
Yeah, we'll conclude by praising the town.
Mr. Ackerman is a great man, and by his visit to our industrious frontier town, proves that Rosewater is the sort of cosmopolitan crossroads where one might yet meet and mingle with some of the true luminaries of our age.
I don't want to say anything about our little adventure just yet.
Now, what should I title it?
Yeah.
A frontier hero comes to town. And done.
Alright. Wait. Well, yeah, I think I would need to give it to the...
Good to see you again, Harley. Hope you're spinning me some aurum.
Well, I've spent the past couple days following Jake around, gathering plenty of straw.
Glad to hear it. I like writers who go above and beyond. What do you need?
Say,
yeah.
Did you ever get a chance to meet Dr. Bennett Clark?
Not personally, but I did attend one of his demonstrations at the Opera House back before the ban. The man knew how to put on a show, I'll say that much. Pity it all came crashing down in the end.
Okay.
Have you encountered the Luminarians?
What in the ether is a Luminarian?
Oh, they're in the ether, all right. They're a community of folks living near Dr. Clark's old lab who have designated themselves protectors of his artifacts. They believe Dr. Clark transcended into the ether and joined some luminous beings that live there.
That's some wild stuff. But I publish newspapers, not copper novels.
Yeah.
Joni, I'd like to ask, could I get an advance on my article?
What for?
The long and the short of it is that Jake has invited me on an expedition. I'll need some extra crowns to cover the expenses.
What kind of an expedition?
We're going to look for Dr. Bennett Clark's missing fortune. Surely a far more interesting story, wouldn't you say?
You're right about that. Tales from the wild frontier are in vogue these days, and folk will be gumming to find out what happened to Clark. But I like people who finish what they start. Get me your assignment, then we can discuss your next one.
Understood. I'd best be on my way.
Right you are.
Okay. So.
I hope this is good enough.
It's worth a shot.
Here you are, Joni. One profile of Gentleman Jake, ready to print.
Let's have a look. You know, writing the headline is normally the editor's job. Now let's see. Goodness, this account of the show is very descriptive. You've made me feel like I was there in the front row. This is good. You've kept it brisk all the way through. Oof, laying it on a bit thick at the end there, aren't you? Still, I asked you to make the town look good, and you delivered. I appreciate a writer who can take editorial direction. We'll work on the subtlety later. Not bad, Harley. Not bad at all. A few snips here and there, and this will be fit to print. Here's your fee, as agreed.
Very well. Alright, we got 48.
Now I know what I'm working with, I'll have a think about your next assignment.
About that.
Mm-hmm.
How about that piece on the search for Clark's missing fortune?
Yeah.
That'll be better than any old profile.
Sure enough. All right then. Clark's missing fortune it is.
I've got something else.
Oh? Do tell.
While I was going around with Jake, we spent some time with the Otham. I learned that they've come under constant attack from the soldiers at Fort Beaumont.
What? Why?
That's the thing. There's no reason. They pose no threat, yet the soldiers harass them anyway. In one recent raid, all their crops were torched.
That's atrocious. People need to know about this.
I'm glad you think so, because their leader wants their story told. She's willing to be interviewed. She gave me this statement, too.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
I'll pay a visit as soon as I can and see for myself. Plenty of townsfolk could stand to learn about our neighbours in the valley. This could open their eyes.
I hope so. Now, if you'll excuse
Hope so as well.
I need to see about hiring a wagon.
Godspeed, Harley.
Hey, at least we're not seeing a man about a horse.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
Yeah, I had a feeling, but you know, it never hurts to ask. It never hurts to ask about that. So, but I'm glad I was able to get that article done. Because, you know, secretly I was kind of like, okay, shouldn't I be writing the article? But yeah, anyways.
You got my watch?
Yes. Here it is. No hard feelings?
Well, now, why'd you come back here anyway?
Name's Harley Legere. My companions and I are headed to El Presidio, and we heard you've got a wagon for hire.
I do? How many are you?
5, including myself.
Listen close, because I'm only going to say this once. You pull anything funny again, and you get left on the side of the road. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
My fee is 40 crowns up front.
Okay.
Here's your fee.
That was easy.
Good. Get your posse together and meet me outside town at sundown. We'll head out then.
Yeah, it's a horseless carriage.
There you are. This your group then?
This is us.
All right, folks, listen here. I'm Lola Johnson. This is my wagon. When you're in my wagon, you follow my rules.
Okay.
Rule 1. I'm your driver, not your friend. While we're moving, leave me be. That means no yammering in my ear about how pretty you think the mountains are. Rule 2. We stop and go as I say. I ain't interested in blowing up my engine just 'cause y'all are in a hurry. Last rule. Everybody does their part. Be it cooking, hunting, or gathering firewood. This ain't no pleasure cruise, and I won't be serving y'all. The road can be rough, but I'm an experienced navigator and tracker. So stick with me, and you'll be fine.
But your depth perception's a little bit off.
Now's the time to ask.
Let's see here. Yeah.
You said you're a tracker? What's that mean exactly?
It means I'm good at finding things.
Fair enough.
If you gets lost, or we're hunting our supper and need to trail an animal, I can do that.
So, like a bloodhound?
No, like a tracker. Compare me to a dog again, and you're finding yourself another ride. Understand?
Oh, apologies. I didn't mean to offend.
Folk rarely do. Anything else?
Just how long do you expect this journey to take?
I reckon it shouldn't be more than 8 or 9 days, weather permitting.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Regarding your first rule, what if we have an emergency?
Then tell me. Just don't bother me with small talk.
Okay.
I need to concentrate on driving. Anything else?
Yeah.
We understand. You'll have no trouble from us.
All right then. Let's get a move on. Time's wasting.
I don't know why we leave at sunset,
We're
though.
off, with the first faint tendrils of dawn at our backs. We head west for El Presidio on the trail of the elusive Dr. Clark.
Oh.
We have but a few days' travel before us, through the desert and mountains to reach the coast. I am rather looking forward to getting a better view of this part of the country. And should the scenery lack for diversion, I suppose I'll have recourse in the fellowship of my new traveling companions. Now that we've assembled in this unlikely venture, perhaps it's time we got to better know one another.
Feels good to be underway at last.
Yes, though I must admit I tend to become restless on long trips.
Well, we got cards, books, and conversation, plenty of ways to pass the time.
Okay.
That's what keeps this heap going. Makes it pretty hot in here, too.
Huh?
None are in the red, so I guess that's good. We're set for fuel for a good while.
Okay.
Lola must be a reader. Always nice to have some books around.
Check out the map. Alright. Goddamn Piedmont. So, yeah, okay. I had a feeling that's what that was supposed to sort of be, represent. So, Rosewater looks like it's more New Mexico. Right? No, well, maybe it is Arizona. Okay, so yeah, we're going from here all the way up to here. So my guess is Shivering Pines, Hellfire Pass, and then up. Okay. There's Piedmont. Okay. Okay. Devil Mountains. Or Devil Mountain. Technically, it's Mountains of the Devil, but, you know. Okay.
Jake's luggage. I could put everything I own in that suitcase, and it would hardly cover the bottom.
Alright, anything else? Do some card playing. Let's chit chat with Phil for a little bit.
Phil? You're very polite, Phil. Please, call me Harley.
What is wrong with Señorita?
It's not my name.
Ah, but it is a sign of respect. I would never dream of addressing a new Spanish lady by her given name.
Well, things are different here.
I am learning. If you wish it, it will be so.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Will this be your first time visiting El Presidio?
It will. I have heard many tales of this so-called Mouth of the West. I am curious to find out which ones are true.
We'll talk more later.
I look forward to it.
Okay. So,
Hey, Nadine.
talk to Nadine.
Hello, Harley.
Alright. Let's ask about her.
So how'd you become a healer? Did you go to school?
No. I mean, I attended the missionary school for a few years as a child, but not to learn medicine. I was taught by Dr. Sedgwick. I worked as his apprentice for nearly a decade. He was a wonderful guardian and mentor. I am grateful for all his care.
Okay.
You said Doc Sedgwick was your guardian? What about your parents?
I never knew my mother. She died soon after I was born. My father worked for Dr. Sedgwick, which is how I came to his household. He took me in when my father died from an infected wound.
I'm so sorry. How old were you?
I don't remember exactly, but I couldn't have been more than 5.
Okay.
Did that have anything to do with you choosing to learn medicine?
I suppose so. Yes. If I can save somebody's loved one, grant them extra time to cherish together, well, there's no better way to help people, is there?
Okay.
When did you return to the Otham?
I went to them in April of last year, but it wasn't a return. They took me in. People were leaving town, and there was less need for me at the clinic. It was Dr. Sedgwick who encouraged me to find my own path. The Otham were kind to accept me as a guest, but truthfully, I'm glad for this opportunity to travel with you and the others.
You said the Otham took you in. They aren't your people?
No. I don't know who my people are. My father never told Dr. Sedgwick, and I have no memories of him talking about it. I think my parents came from somewhere to the east, but I'm not even sure of that.
Have you ever tried tracking down where you came from?
No, I've considered it, but it's complicated.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Ever visited El Presidio before?
I've never been beyond this valley.
Okay.
You'll be all right. We've got a good group, and we'll look out for you.
Thank you. I appreciate your kind words.
Okay.
I see something up ahead, by the side of the road. Looks like an oil derrick.
Wagon's slowing down.
Guess it caught Lola's eye, too. Let's have a look.
Any particular reason we've stopped, Miss Johnson?
I needed to stretch my legs. You might take advantage and do the same. We're off again in about 20 minutes.
All right,
Come on, Danny. Let's go have a look at that oil derrick.
Excuse me, ladies. I have some business to attend to.
He's gonna see a man about a dog.
Both
or a
of you
horse,
can do
one of the
what you
two.
like. Just stay within sight.
Actually, I'm curious about this machine. Do you think I could ask you a few questions?
Oh, well, I suppose so.
Okay. So they'll be chit-chatting about that.
Tools of the trade for an oil worker, I suppose. Tools of
Okay.
the trade for an oil worker, I suppose.
So let's check this out.
Somebody's out here sniffing for a fortune.
Or just digging a very deep hole.
Funny how the best things are often found in the lowest of places.
Yeah?
Come have a look, Harley.
Hello down there.
Who said that?
Up here.
We got an Aussie?
Afternoon to you. What brings you folks to Cormac's oil rig?
Just passing through, friend. I was just saying you've a fine setup here.
Thank you, sir. It pleases Cormac to hear that. Sit tight. Just needs to make a slight adjustment. Then Cormac can come down for a chinwag. Whoops! Ah! Whoa, damn! Oh. Clumsy Cormac.
Jeez, are you alright?
Right as rain. Not upright, though, no. Good thing you folks is here. Hates to be a bother, but Cormac is in a pickle. Could you, lend a hand? Cormac would be ever so grateful.
Sure. Hold on. How you supposing?
Hey, Jake?
Yeah?
Any suggestions what to do?
That rope doesn't look too thick. Should be able to cut through it. The trick will be keeping our friend from falling headfirst into that pit.
Got anything on you that could cut rope?
Afraid not. One of the others might.
Alright.
Danny?
Hmm?
Do you have anything sharp that might serve to cut the rope?
Oh,
No,
wait,
but
wait,
I could always
wait.
shoot it.
You think that will work?
Definitely.
Alright then. Shoot him down.
Right now?
Not just yet.
Not yet. Give me a minute.
Alright, we'll talk to him real quick.
Hang on, sir. We'll get you down.
Cormac appreciated, miss. Not wishing to hurry you, but soon'd be preferable to later. The blood's starting to pool in Cormac's head.
Alright. We'll search, see if he's got something to cut.
There's lots here, but nothing I can see that will help. There's lots
Okay.
here, but nothing I can see that will help.
Hold on. I got... Oh, nope, I don't. Alright.
Danny?
Alright.
Then, shoot him down.
Right now?
Yes, now.
If you say so.
Wait, what are you... Ah!
Cormac! Are you alive?
What do we do?
Get the others. We need help to pull him out.
I was trying to have somebody go over there to, grab his
You're
hand.
very lucky you didn't break your neck.
Cormac's got a bit of cat in him.
You are making a habit of picking up the fallen, eh, Harley?
Men just keep dropping out of the sky.
We should be on our way.
Suppose Cormac should be thanking you for the help.
Sorry about the fall.
It's all right, miss. Cormac knew the risks when he took this job. Still beats what he used to do.
Come on, we got to get back on the road.
I had a feeling.
Sure you'll be okay on your own?
Yes, sir. Cormac can handle himself. Good luck getting where you're going.
Yeah, maybe he'll find something to help us out. Never know. Okay. Okay.
Can't think of anything to ask. Nothing to say, really.
Okay.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
Looks like we have some time on our hands. How about a story?
Sure, why not? It was 1842, and I'd been hired by the sheriff of Bleachbone Gulch to track down some cattle rustlers.
Really
It was
now?
a long and winding trail, but by following the signs, I finally tracked down the stolen herd and the rustlers' camp. So I went back to town and gathered up a posse. 4 able-bodied men, plus myself. That night, we went back under the cover of darkness. We had the element of surprise, but we were outnumbered 3-1. Before I knew it, the shooting had started. It was a long and bloody gunfight. In the end, yours truly was the last man left standing. I drove that whole herd on by my lonesome. They were all back home by dawn, with not a head missing. Lost some good fellers that night. But that was the end of cattle rustling in Bleachbone Gulch.
Hell of a story.
Yeah.
Now there's plenty more where that came from.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. All right. Give me 1 sec, chat. Let me check the thing real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All right. We got break coming up, so
Anytime, Harley.
I'll be right back. Alrighty, chat. I have returned. So let's go ahead and pause it here. Let me see if it pops up. Because I am going to throw in a new song by Dread that came out for us closing. If it pops up. Okay. Easy way to do it. There, hold on. So yeah, See, I have a feeling this game's going to be a little bit longer than I thought. I thought it was just going to be a quick little thing, but nah, we're deep into it. So yeah, I want to get that. Yeah, I want to get that all set up for when we're ready to take off. Actually, I want to keep that back there like that. Yeah, there we go. All right. So let's get transitioned back on over.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
Did your travels ever take you to El Presidio?
A few times. Can't say I much care for it. But that city's for you. Too crowded, too impersonal.
Yeah, I feel ya.
Wide open countryside any day.
I appreciate the chat.
Anytime, Harley.
Alright.
Slowing down again.
Good. I could use a change of environment. Harley, could I have a word outside?
Certainly.
Sun's getting low. Time to set up camp.
Harley and I'll be back shortly. Just gonna take a walk over to that spring. Danny and the others can aid in the preparations.
You better not be skipping out every time you hear?
All right.
Lead on.
I will say this, they've done a great job with the sound.
I ain't seen water that clear since that time I went swimming with the Prime Minister's rambunctious niece.
Oh my.
You wanted to talk to me about something?
That's also giggity.
I did. I can tell you've got a cogitating mind. Always assessing the situation, finding the risks and opportunities. Now that we've got a real posse assembled, I'm keen to hear your thoughts on our little venture. Everything seemed hunky-dory so far, in your estimation?
Yes, I think so. It's an odd bunch, all right, but all capable in their own way. If
Yeah.
treasure's out there to be found, I think this gang can do it.
Delighted to hear it. You let me know if that changes, all right?
You got it.
Right, well, we should be heading back.
Okay. That was it.
Miss Johnson will...
Oh, hey there.
Howdy, friend.
Welcome, welcome. Name's Aubrey Trout, but you're not here about me. I reckon you're here for the spring water.
Something special about it?
Something special about
Oh,
it.
boy.
This here's an etheric spring. Best kept secret in the Great Western Desert.
Etheric spring?
Sure. Y'all know about ethericity, don't you?
We're
familiar.
Well, this water's got the same properties. Due to a confluence of etherically sensitive minerals deep in the earth, you see. This here's a hotbed. Taking a drink will cure whatever ails you and grant you the strength of 10 men.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Lots of tall tales, kid.
I'm sure you have, but this one's true. Let me show you. Observe.
Jumping Jehoshaphat.
Daily sips of this water have conferred upon me a practically superhuman strength.
Knock over that tree back there.
How old do you think I am?
I imagine a spry young feller like yourself can't be more than 25?
What if I told you I was 52?
Let's
Enough
cut to the
beating around
chase.
the bush. What's your game? You trying to get us to pay you for this water? Or go in on some fool business venture to sell the stuff?
Man, I am wounded.
As you should be.
This, I just want to share it with my fellow man. Or is the spirit of generosity dead and buried? Okay, look, I'll take a drink now. Watch me.
Something tells me that was a aluminum, like a little aluminum foil pipe thing.
Springtime and sunlight. Now, if the water was no good, would I have done that?
Reckon not.
So go on, friends. Share in the wealth. Take a sip.
If it does even half of what you say.
Yeah.
So fast. Something is off. I'm sure you won't mind if I have a look around, Mr. Trout.
Be my guest.
Alright. See, we'll see where he came from first. That's cattails.
Water of life, huh?
Oh, thank you, Surrey-bot.
Was there a sign here at one point? Wonder what it said.
Okay, there's a sign.
What's this? A money pouch. There's 10 crowns in here.
Well, hey.
What's this? These boards have been badly damaged, but it looks like it says...
Aha!
U-R-N-I. Warning?
That'd be my guess.
Nothing but twigs and leaves. Ow! Bunch of stickers. Damp.
Okay. Anything over in cheer? How about over cheer? Alright, looks like... Oh. What you got? Okay. Just taking me back over there.
Looks refreshing, but looks can be deceiving.
This is true. This is true. Quite true.
All these trees look dead. That can't be a good sign.
Yeah. Alright.
I've got my eyes on you.
I'm flattered.
Not in that way. Alright.
Jake, I don't think you should drink that water.
Why not?
Just have a look at all the trees and plants around the spring.
Yeah.
They're dead. I'd say that's a clear warning.
Oh, it's a desert. Plenty of straggly-looking vegetation.
There's a warning sign over there, and someone destroyed it.
Really? That stick's been there since I found the place. Never seen a sign.
Sure, buddy.
I still get a bad feeling from this guy.
Even after everything you've shown us? I had my reservations, but I'll be goddamned if I ain't convinced.
Forget it.
We'll take a look.
Looks refreshing, but looks can be deceiving.
Alright. Pieces. Alright. Alright. Do that. Yeah, alright. See if there's anything else I can do to convince him.
Jake, I don't think you should drink that water.
Why not?
I just don't, okay?
Now, you'll have to give me a better reason than that, Harley.
Okay.
I've got my eyes on you.
Okay.
I'm flattered.
Alright, let's see if there's anything else.
All these trees look dead.
Yeah.
That can't be a good sign.
Alright. I think there's a few more things. Back here. There's gotta be something else around here.
They're circling low. That's not reassuring.
Okay. Anything else? Looks refreshing.
Water of life, huh?
Okay. Oh.
These boards
Okay.
have bad warning.
Yeah. Wait. Oh. Let's look at it real quick.
I think something's tucked under there. What have we here? Magic Spring didn't do much for this beast's health.
There we go.
Did this poor animal die after drinking the water?
Or
because of it?
See if I can let him know about the skull.
Jake, what are you doing?
Your friend got tired of waiting around.
Now hold on just a minute.
Oh, I've held on long enough. To your health, friend.
To all our health. Well, how do you feel?
Not great.
Jake!
Now, no sudden moves. Empty your pockets. I want every last copper.
Just how were you able to drink so much of that stuff?
A great magician
Yeah.
never reveals
Hey, you know.
his secrets.
Fair enough.
Less chatter, more emptying of pockets.
No, I like this
I'm
chat.
giving you anything after you killed my friend?
Oh, it was just a little sip. He'll be out for a few hours, but it won't kill him. You, on the other hand, will get one right between the eyes if you don't give me all your money. Now.
Fine, take it and get out of here.
Wise choice, friend.
Damn. I tried.
Jake, can you hear me?
What happened?
Oh, welcome back, Polarity.
Couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? Thanks to your stupidity, we got robbed. You got poisoned.
He took all your money?
All except the crown stuck in my boot for emergencies.
Oh, nice.
Tight. I'll fetch Nadine to have a look at you.
It took me a sec to figure out what you were talking about.
These look like the effects of arsenic poisoning. You said he had a small amount of the water?
Just a sip.
I can ease the discomfort, but he'll recover on his own with time.
Yeah.
Right. Treat him. No sense prolonging his suffering.
Very well.
I'll see you back at camp.
So Jake drank the water. It was laced with arsenic.
How are you feeling, Mr. Ackerman?
Much better, my dear, much better. You have the healing touch in those hands of yours.
I'm glad to hear it.
Maybe now you'll think twice before drinking from random puddles of water.
Let's hear.
I think Jake's learned a valuable lesson about trusting strangers.
Let's hope so. There's no town sheriff to go crying to out here on the road. Everybody's in it for themselves, for better or worse.
That's what I was trying
It's
to.
almost ready. Holly, can you come help me and Phil serve?
Sure thing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to convince him not to do anything. You know.
That smells heavenly.
The kid is a good cook, eh? But I believe this chili could use a little of my secret ingredient.
What's
that?
Is it? Chili powder?
Mezcal.
Oh.
Bottle before we left Rosewater.
Tequila.
Gives it a nice smoky flavor, and makes you feel nice afterwards too. This group needs a bit of loosening up, don't you think?
Ooh. You know what? We'll do just a little.
Okay, just make sure not to overdo it.
Me? Do it? Never.
We should be ready to serve.
We'll see what happens.
One last taste. Mmm, tastier than usual. Smoky. Did one of you add something?
Just my secret ingredient.
Well, whatever it is, it's real nice. Come on, let's fill up these bowls and get everybody fed.
So yeah, he's adding it at the end to where it doesn't burn off.
Fine chili, Danny boy.
Glad you liked it.
Let's see here. Yeah.
I'd say it was the best damn chili I've ever tasted. You ever decide to give up gunslinging? Maybe you could open up a restaurant.
You think so?
I'd be a regular.
Gosh, thank you.
No, that's
perfect for
that's
relaxing and enjoying
that's how it's spelled.
Comrades. The best part of the day. I have always said that the battle is won or lost around the campfire the night before.
Okay. So,
Kind of hypnotic.
this is true.
You look like you're enjoying yourself.
And why should I not be? We have fine weather, good food, good company. Are you not?
Well, sure. I mean, this is great and all, but...
But nothing. Here, take a drink. Celebrate.
Little snuff won't hurt.
Why not?
It's group bonding time.
Woo, that's got a kick.
Excelente. You really do know how to have a good time. To new friends.
Oh, I'm not gonna share it with the rest of them?
Excuse me, it's been a long day. I need to rest up for tomorrow's drive. Night all.
Night, Lola. Alright.
How are you doing, Nadine?
It's been quite a journey so far.
It was a good idea to bring along somebody with medical know-how.
I hoped my expertise wouldn't be needed, at least not so soon. But I'm glad I was here to help. Perhaps that poor fellow will be more careful around his derrick from now on. In any case, I look forward to seeing what tomorrow will bring. I hate to leave such merry company, but... I'm suddenly feeling very sleepy.
Yeah, no worries, Nadine.
Excuse me. I'll see you all in the morning.
Sleep tight, Miss Redbird.
Night.
And one by one. Think whoever I talked to.
I don't think I can handle any more of that stuff.
I see what's going on.
Where'd you learn to cook chili anyway?
I just sort of picked it up. Can't really remember where.
Okay.
Hell of a day, huh, Jake?
I'll say. It's disheartening to know there's so many men out there hell-bent on bringing others to ruination, and dispiriting to think I was caught in his trap. Best forget the whole thing ever happened.
It's as they say. There's a mark born every minute, one to trim 'em and one to knock 'em.
Alright.
Time for me to call it a night.
Night, Harley.
Buenas noches.
Sleep well.
There we go. That ends that day.
We leave within the hour. Don't leave anything behind.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't bring your mom.
Say, Holly, care to join me and Jake for a stroll?
Where to?
Not far, just along the river. Thought we might enjoy the fresh air before getting cooped up in that tin can again.
Danny breaks wind like a horse in there, you know. Especially after one of his chilly nights.
Come on, I do not.
I'm just joshing you, Danny boy. Shall we?
Lead on, O fearless leaders.
Beautiful, ain't it?
Let's keep going. I think the river bends up ahead.
Awfully rough water.
Shucks, this ain't nothing. It gets real wild a little ways down.
Yeah.
Just what are you doing up there, young man?
I'm playing.
You ought to be careful. Those branches are like twigs.
I'll pay these fussing old hens no mind. I was the same at your age. Used to jump around trees like a lemur.
I'm good at climbing. Watch this.
Yeah, ain't gonna break. Gonna go too far out.
What
son.
Maybe you best go back to where you were. You're making me nervous.
You are a fussing hand. I told ya, I'm good at...
Not that good.
Shit! What the hell do we do now?
There you go, Danny.
Hot damn, he's got him. Now hurry up and come on back to shore.
I'm trying.
I can't swim.
Hold tight. We'll figure something out.
All right. It figures.
Jake.
What?
I might have an idea, but I'll need something of yours.
Okay, what?
Give me your belt.
Okay, sure. Take him.
All right. So I've got the belt. Use with.
Got a double loop.
Select.
Danny, grab onto this. Jake, a little help, please.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Thanks.
That was some quick thinking, Danny boy. I'm impressed.
Heroic. Okay. Yeah.
I'll say, you're a true hero, Danny.
I just did what anybody would.
That's a load of bull, and you know it. The rest of us were standing around gawping, but you knew what needed to be done and didn't hesitate 1 second. Be proud of yourself, Danny. You've earned it.
She's right, you know. Damn fine instincts.
Hey, kid. How about a little gratitude for your rescue? Danny here just saved your wretched back-talking neck.
Thanks, mister.
You're welcome. You got a family to get back to. They must be worried.
Yeah, Ma and Pa got a camp nearby.
Run along then, son. Be sure to tell him Gentleman Jake's brave assistant, Danny Lewoe, saved your life.
And stay out of trees, little brat.
Right.
All right, now. Let's head back to the others so Danny can relate the tale of his heroic deeds.
Actually, I'll catch up later.
Suit yourself, hero. Hey, don't be too long.
Yeah. So Danny
A
does.
little company?
Sure. I just needed a moment away from Jake anyway. I'm glad you're here.
There we go.
Seems hard for you to take a compliment. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. It isn't good to brag.
It's not the same thing as bragging. Let your friends sing your praises, then you don't have to.
Exactly.
I'd really rather just help others instead of making it about me.
Look, you describe yourself as an honest sort, right?
Well, sure. I don't take to lying, if that's what you mean.
Seems to me that false modesty is about the same as lying. If you're good at something, or if you have a good idea, just say so. No sense hiding when you've got something of value to contribute.
I hadn't really thought of it that way. I appreciate the talk, Holly.
Anytime. Let's get back to camp.
All right, there we go. That one's done and ready to go. Make our way to the next stop. Probably close here to Wrath Valley. Or maybe not. Okay. We'll talk with Danny.
Hey, Danny. Let's talk.
Sure. Actually, I was wondering about something. Where'd you learn how to fight?
Yeah.
Growing up where I did, you had to fight to survive.
Yeah?
Where was that?
New Britannia. The Chum, specifically.
Lamplight City, huh? I've heard it can get wild.
You've heard right.
Is that why you came west?
Yeah. I realized my life wasn't going to amount to much if I stayed.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
I get that.
There we go.
When the Otham had us locked up, you said something about having been in a similar predicament. I have to say, I've been curious.
Oh, right. Well, it's not that exciting. Nothing like one of Jake's stories.
Let me be the judge of that.
So, before I met Jake, I used to run with some folks who, well, we got into some trouble. The guy in charge, he thought it might be fun to try sticking up a post office. That didn't go so well. We wound up in jail for a few days. We didn't escape or anything, just did our time and were let go.
I see.
Told you it was a boring story.
Not at all. I appreciate you telling me.
There we go.
Still impressed at how you just jumped in after that kid.
I'm just glad we were able to save him. It's nice to be on a team again, like old times.
So who were these people you ran with before?
They, do we have to talk about this right now?
Yeah.
A team.
There we
Like those folks you mentioned before?
Yeah. We were a posse. My best friend Petey was our leader. Petey and I left El Presidio along with 5 of our friends.
Okay.
We were looking for new lives out on the frontier. I told my parents we were pooling our money together to buy a farm, which was true. Except, we didn't actually have any money. Petey took charge and we all started off working odd jobs here and there. But he got impatient. He got it into his head that it would be easy money to rob a stagecoach. I didn't much care for the idea. But once Petey put his mind to something, there was no turning back.
Yeah.
So the big day came, and things didn't go so well. Petey didn't make it. I was the only one who did.
Interesting.
Me too. I just wish I'd said something more. Push back harder on the whole idea. But honestly, talking about it helps. So, thanks, I guess.
No, we don't. Sorry if I had a sore spot.
That's okay. Maybe some other time.
Yeah.
So have you been to El Presidio before?
Yeah, I was born there.
No kidding. Didn't you say your family lived near El Presidio?
In the area, yeah. They moved out to the city proper a few years back. I left when I was 16. Haven't been back in ages.
Okay. So let's talk to Jake.
Hey, Jake?
Yeah, Harley?
Yeah.
Feeling any better?
Yeah, I'm right as rain, thanks to Miss Redbird. Appreciate you asking.
Good. All right.
How about another story?
Sure. Here's one about the time I lassoed a rabid coyote.
Are we gonna hear it? Nope.
And that's how I ended up with this scar.
Folks, we're making a brief stop. There's a lady by the road might need some help.
Let's see if we can be of assistance then.
We are good at helping people.
Stranded out here, ma'am?
Oh, no, not at all. I can see how it might look that way, but I assure you, I am here with fierce and deliberate purpose.
Okay.
So what possessed you to come stand out in the middle of the desert?
My name is Amber Lee.
Ah.
I am a
Paleontologist.
Beg your pardon?
It means I collect and study fossils.
Fossils? You mean bones?
Yes, that's right. Bones of the great creatures that roamed these lands millions of years ago. The mighty thunder lizards who shook the ground with every step. This wasn't always a desert, you know. It may seem difficult to imagine now, but millions of years ago, this was all a vast, lush rainforest. The perfect habitat for these awesome beasts.
Suppose everybody needs a hobby.
This is no mere hobby, sir. This is my vocation. In fact, I have been invited to exhibit my findings at the esteemed Jolly Good Club in El Presidio.
The Jolly Good Club?
Hey.
What a coincidence. We're on our way there right now.
Is that right? Are
That
there
is.
members of the club among you?
No. Are you a member?
Alas, women are not permitted to join. They have made a special exception to allow me to give my lecture, and they are expecting something spectacular. If I don't find something truly extraordinary to show, I will be in quite a bind. Fortune
Won't
has
we
not
all?
been in my favor on this expedition. I am certain this area is full of treasures. Fossilized remains, that is. But the Earth stubbornly refuses to yield up her secrets. So, have you any experience with excavation?
Afraid not. Can't even remember the last time I touched a shovel.
Oh, no matter. The digging isn't even the most important part. It's the handling of the fossils.
Oh, well, hey.
As long as you let it touch, you'll be a great help. I shall compensate you for your trouble, of course.
Of course.
How much are we talking?
I'll need 2 field assistants. I am prepared to offer you 5 crowns each for a day's labor, and double that if you turn up something I can exhibit.
This is true, Polarity. I'll be getting off here shortly. I'm going to finish up this little part, and that'll be it, okay?
So at least 10 crowns in total and 20 if we both find something? Alright, that sounds fair.
Wonderful.
You taking point on this, Harley?
Guess so.
Let's go Nadine.
Nadine, want to help me out?
Of course. Now remember, we are searching for bones belonging to the great dinosaurs that I believe were once abundant here. They may be scattered in pieces. I aspire above all to discover and assemble a complete skeleton for display. My holy grail, if you will. If you uncover anything useful, be sure to tag it for classification.
Don't waste too much time. We got to keep moving.
We shall reconvene in an hour.
All right, but not a minute more.
May fortune favor our search.
I appreciate that, appreciate your Polarity. Okay, left click on brush or trowel. Okay, right click to deselect. Okay, so
Well now, what's this?
we'll tag it. Make sure we're good. Don't miss anything, you know. Oh man, my nephew would love this. Because, you know, kids and dinosaurs. Alright.
Well now, what's this?
And discard that. That looked like an old boot. Alright.
Say, this looks promising.
Hey, tag that. Just check and make sure we're good. Alright.
Just sand and dirt.
Okay.
I found something. Must be my lucky day. This comes with me.
Okay, so we got flint.
Say, this looks promising.
We'll tag that. Check and make sure. Okay. Alright.
Well now, what's this? Must be
Ooh.
my lucky day. This comes with me.
So get some petrified wood and a little flint. Okay.
Ooh, this is interesting.
And we don't need no chewing tobacco. Alright.
I can't dig any deeper.
Okay. Wait.
Surprised I haven't hit bedrock yet.
Check and make sure I can't, because you did say.
I can't dig any
Okay.
deeper.
Alright. Because it was saying. Oh, okay. I see. I see. Alright.
Ooh, this is interesting.
Hey, hey. Tag that. Check and make sure we're good on this layer. Okay.
Well now, what's this?
Yep.
Phew. I've been at this long enough.
Okay.
All right. Place everything you found on the table here, and we'll have a look. Not a bad yield. You found some quality fossils. As for your companion, goodness, you've also found some wonderful fossils.
Oh, nice.
This is quite a collection. Here is your fee, as we agreed. Thank you again for your assistance.
Hey.
Don't mention it. Good luck with your
20 back. Yeah, I'm just getting just past the mountains. Alright. Yeah, I suppose this would be a good time to call it. Let me see. 23. That's an autosave. Yeah. We'll call it play 2. Safe. Alright. So let me go ahead and get that quitted over. Oops, that's our BRB. Hold on. Let me... There we go. Alright. So yeah. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Here's that new song I was wanting you guys to listen to. We'll turn it up a scotch. But yeah. So. I have a couple options. We've got Cube Escape. Like, there's a couple options with, you know, puzzles and such. So, Cube Escape, Blueprints, and I got 2 places we could go, maybe. A lot of people are doing Oblivion too, which we might do, maybe. I can say there's Avowed we could go to as well. Let's see here. Or we could also go see Blem. We haven't seen her in a bit. Oh, thanks for getting those raid messages going, Polarity. Let's pop that down. Do you have any preference on where you want to go? Let's see. That's that. I'm just checking some stuff real quick. Alright. Cube Escape? Yeah! Yeah, it is. So yeah, let me know what sounds good to you. Yeah, reason I wanted to kind of highlight this song is because I kind of gave Dread a little bit of inspiration for it. Sort of like, you know, a Sex Pistols' "God Save the Queen" song for Helldivers. Okay, all right, yep, we'll go ahead and take it on over to Char then. Let me get the raid going. Alright. So let's see here. See if it pops on in. There we go. Alright. Yeah, thanks for getting those raid messages. Top one's for any followers that want to take it. Bottom one's for the for subs. So I'll get this raid started. Maybe. That could go. Alright. Huh. It's not showing that I cancel. Can I? Huh. Okay. Well, apparently, I'm not able to raid into Char at the moment. So, where should we go? You know what? We haven't jumped over there in a bit. So, let's head here. So let me go back. Go back. Nope, I said back. We'll try this again. Alright, yeah, we haven't stopped over to see the Llama Mama. So we'll go stop and say hi and bring our folks on over. So, hey, there, it kicked off. Alright. But yeah, again, thanks everybody for lurks, laughs, chats, all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate it. No stream tomorrow. Probably no stream Friday, because I'm pretty sure I said no stream Friday. But I definitely want to get a couple things accomplished over this weekend, like continuing my challenge in No Man's Sky, and finally actually starting Valheim. So, yeah, that's what I've got planned coming up this week. We'll talk. Like I said, I'll get with you at Polarity and kind of show you what I'm thinking about for next week, and I can kind of move things around if we need to. But yeah. So, but yeah, let's go over and see Llama. I will catch you guys Saturday, and then we'll kind of go from there. So yeah, until then, hopefully I'll see you. My next stream, your next stream, whoever's next stream. Anybody that we both follow, that type of thing. Yeah, until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Above all, take care, be chaotic good, and I'll catch you guys next time. Also, goodbye, YouTube.